This is why you should not be skipping meals if fat loss is your goal. Well, it's not as simple just as this is why. And that's why that's exactly what I'm going to be chatting about in detail in today's episode of the podcast. On that note, welcome to this episode of the Mandy Mayer podcast. As per usual, this is the podcast where we chat all about your health and fat loss and all about how you can achieve those fat loss results that you want. Yesterday, I received a comment on one of my social media posts and it reads as follows. Hi. I love it when people say hi. It's not straight into the actual, I'm struggling, but hey, hi. It's nice. It's polite. And hey, that's maybe why I'm taking the time to do a detailed podcast episode to answer a question. I am totally lost. I do my breakfast perfectly and am usually happy with what I ate. Then comes lunch and I'm not really hungry, so maybe push through with just having a cup of coffee. But oh my word, come 4 o'clock-ish, I want to eat everything but the kitchen sink. What to do? What do I do now? I know, eat lunch, but to get myself to do that, it's a struggle. No willpower. But at this stage, I suppose it's mind over matter. The comment goes on and she mentions, maybe I'm just too old for all of this, ? Now, I'm not going to mention her name, but I will say you are not too old. Absolutely never. No ways. I don't know your age. I don't know her age, but what I do know is that I have worked with a number of women who are in their 50s, late 50s, early 60s, and even late 60s, who have been able to make amazing changes and see amazing results and progress. So please don't ever say you are too old, because you are not. Now, let's start off with this. Breakfast, you do good. And then lunchtime comes and, well, you're not hungry, but by the time 4 p.m. in the afternoon comes, that's where you are ravenous and you want to eat absolutely everything. And if anyone else struggles with the same thing, it is purely because you are skipping lunch, you are skipping a meal. So how do we solve this? How do you solve this so that by the time 4 p.m., 5 p.m. comes, you are not super hungry and you can hold out till dinner time? Well, the solution is rather simple, and that would be to not skip any meals. Don't skip lunch. Now, I know it isn't that easy, especially if you are not hungry at lunchtime. Also, what I want you to know is this is not only answering the question that was posted in a comment. This is for any of you out there who are struggling with the same type of thing. For any of you out there who are skipping meals because maybe you think skipping meals is best for fat loss, or maybe, just maybe, you are not hungry at that meal time. It could also be that maybe you are hungry, but you just didn't get time to eat your meal at your designated breakfast, lunch, or dinner time. Maybe your boss had you in a meeting. Maybe little Bobby's rugby practice went on a lot longer than it usually does. But I want you to understand this, and I want you to understand it very nicely. There's an Afrikaans saying that says, "Verstaan nou vir my mooi." I think it is. Maybe it was just a saying my dad would say to us when we caused shit. As ons kak aangejaag het. Verstaan nou vir my mooi. Anyway, we digress. The moment you are going to be skipping meals, that hunger is going to build, it's going to build, it's going to build, and all of a sudden it's going to come and it's going to bite you in the bum when you least expect it. And worst case scenario, you won't have any snacks planned that align with your goals. So you will turn to that snack cupboard or the closest cafe or to anything that you can get your hands on in that moment. So here's why and how you are going to start having 3 meals per day so that you can avoid that unnecessary hunger that hits you at the most random times. Firstly, the reason why is because you want to regulate your appetite hormones. You want to be giving your body the food that it wants and needs at more or less the same time every single day so that it can become accustomed to that. And the more you get used to a meal frequency, a solid one, and the more your appetite hormones regulate, the more your body gets used to having that meal at more or less the same time every single day, the more it starts telling you when it's ready to have that meal. i.e. you start getting hungry, like physically hungry. But if you skip in meals and you chop in and change in the time that you have those meals, it makes it very difficult for your body to signal a physical hunger to you. It makes it very difficult for your appetite hormones to be regulated to actually send you those signals. By skipping meals or eating at random times of the day, it also makes it very difficult for you to identify if the hunger you are feeling is a physical hunger or if it's an emotional hunger, a fake hunger. But if you eat 3 meals per day at more or less the same time every single day, it will become easier for you to identify if it's a physical or a fake hunger, which is another massive pro for you eating 3 meals per day at more or less the same time every single day. Now, what if you aren't used to eating 3 meals per day? What if you are not hungry when it's breakfast time? Or what if you are not hungry when it's lunchtime? Well, this is where that saying start small applies. I'm not asking you to eat a 600 calorie breakfast the first time you have breakfast in a long time. Start small by having an apple or a banana or 1 slice of toast, maybe with some avo or an egg on, or maybe even just have a boiled egg. Essentially, at the end of the day, you are having something to eat, you are not skipping that meal, and that is a bloody good start. The same strategy can be applied for your lunch. You don't need to start off by having a massive lunch. You can start off by having something small, but whatever you do, don't skip your lunch. Even if in that moment you don't feel hungry. The reason you are not feeling hungry is because you've been skipping lunch for such a long time that your body isn't waiting for it. It's not giving you that signal. So to start getting that signal, you have to start incorporating that meal or that lunch. Like I said, start small, but whatever you do, don't skip it. Now, to take it a step further, when you're first starting out by adding something small for lunch or something small for breakfast, it's most likely not going to fill you up because you are not used to adding volume as you are starting out. This is where planning and prepping come into play. If you know by 4 p.m. you get ravenous, pack yourself some sort of snack that aligns with your goals of eating nutrient-dense foods. Again, it can be something small like an apple, a carrot, a banana, rice cakes, cottage cheese. But at least in that moment, you are armed with something that you can turn to if you do become ravenous at a random hour. But what you have to start doing, and like I said, you can start very small. You have to start incorporating 3 meals per day. Push through with it, and I can tell you now, after a couple of weeks, you will look back and be like, why did I ever skip lunch? Why did I ever skip breakfast? Because now you will be able to identify when you're physically hungry. I mean, your body is going to tell you, and that's going to give you so much more control over your calorie consumption for the day, for the week, for the month. Back in the days, I too used to skip meals, and it's the poor hits the fan every single time. You skip breakfast hoping that you'll make it through to lunch, but by 10 a.m. you're ravenous and all of a sudden that garage pie is calling your name. Then because at 10 a.m. you had a garage pie, now all of a sudden you skip lunch because you're not hungry at 1 p.m. Thinking you'll make it through to dinner, 4 p.m. comes, my goodness gracious, that garage pie had a twin. I mean, garage pies don't have twins. Well, technically, no, they don't. And off you went and ate another garage pie. By the time it's dinner time, you're not hungry because your pies have just been eaten. And as you're getting into bed, that's where that random hunger hits you again, and you potentially then raid the snack cupboard. So as difficult as it may seem to start implementing 3 meals per day at more or less the same time every single day, if you do want to be able to control your hunger and control your calories, that is going to be a game changer. Whatever you do, don't look at it and say, but Mandy, I have never eaten breakfast before. But Mandy, I have never eaten lunch before. So why must I start now? Rather look at it and say, maybe because I haven't eaten breakfast or lunch in the past, maybe that's the reason that I struggle with control, or that I struggle with random cravings and random snack attacks. Because if you keep doing the same thing that you've done in the past, but what you've been doing in the past hasn't been bringing you results, it's time to start changing what you have done and start implementing a new way of doing things. Now, every time you're going to start doing something new, it is going to be difficult. And at some points, it might feel like it's not working, but you have to push through and you have to do the difficult things. So as mentioned, start small by incorporating a small amount of food at the meals that you usually skip, and just consistently look at increasing the amount of food that you eat with that meal over a period of time. And I can tell you now, you will look back and say, why have I not done this sooner? It is a game changer. If at any point you need some recipe ideas, there's a link in the description to my recipe ebook, and I'll leave a link to my meal prepping course and ebook as well. Of course, as per usual, there's a link to my private coaching community where I chat about these things on a very regular basis, and where I help you work on strategies to work through anything that you're struggling with when it comes to fat loss and your fat loss progress. On that note, I'm going to love and leave you like I usually do. Keep smiling, keep laughing, and keep being kind to one another. Much love, your friend who also used to skip meals but never ever saw results. And when she stopped skipping meals, she started seeing results. Mandy.